Michael Nagy here with Jiggy Jag TV and DiscoveringBands.com. And for everyone watching, if you chose video on my channel and help support the awesome bands I feature, and today I'm here with Cellophane Riot. How you doing today?
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
It's great to have you. I'm a big fan of your music too. So you want to tell us about how the project formed and started?
Who wants to tell the story?
Who wants to tell the story of how the project formed? I will. I guess it began when you followed your ambitions and you were brilliant.
Well,
and okay, so that translates into we both were experiencing financial hardship during 2020, and there was a little bit of a depression going on, and you were playing, you were gaming, and as you were playing, you would write these fantastic melodies to what you were doing, and I was like, you've got to do that. That is awesome. And I never thought I would be involved in it at all. But then you graced me. I was really flattered when you came to me and you were like, hey, could you write lyrics for this?
Yeah, because we were doing, we were going to do a YouTube channel, and I was making a little sketch.
And I have no idea how to be a personality on YouTube. Honestly, I don't get it.
Listen to her now. She's already
I'm sorry.
a personality.
I don't get it. I do not get the YouTube personality. There's an art to it. And it is awesome. And it's fantastic to see when people have it, but I don't have it.
You got a bit of a personality. She's gonna start talking, Mike, and she won't stop.
I know. I was like, well, it was terrible because it was like an avalanche, and it started going, and it's like, and then it just kept building, and I was like, oh, no.
You have a lot of pent-up things you want to say, but so we started writing. I started writing melodies for this little YouTube channel. I was going to start where I was going to do sketches with video games and put funny music and commentary over it, and ended up we formed a band out of the process.
It was a lot of fun and a lot of hard work, and
a lot of people experienced COVID-19 differently, and we, like so many other people,
were hit.
Were hit, and I was out of work, and I wanted to do some kind of a project. I had the time, and Cellophane Riot was born out of an idea for a silly little YouTube channel about video games.
It was so much fun. I'm not gonna say that much.
I didn't want to use other people's music. I wanted to create my own.
No, that's the thing, because then you started thinking, okay, I don't know about you, but I watch a lot of YouTube. I do. And like I said, there's a gift, because some people just shine through the screen and you see who they are, and you can't bottle that, but then when you experience it, it's just mind-blowing. And I've got to experience that a lot just watching YouTube, watching people do what they do, and there's these secret hidden talents that aren't going to amount monetarily to very much, but that's not what they're for. That's a misuse of their adaptive purpose.
This is why you're in the band. Her philosophy.
Sorry.
No, there's a lot of interesting things on YouTube that you can learn and discover. It's an awesome place.
Yeah, it is, and it's great because people get to talk to each other.
All joking
and
aside.
You can just be yourself because you're not putting on a pretentious mask. When you're standing in front of people, there's always because it's a buffer so that you don't get hurt.
So, out of all the social media apps, I think YouTube's one of the most fascinating. I agree with you. And a lot of people listen to their music that way too. So yeah,
I love.
We wanted to get in on the scene. We
There's life in the underground yet.
So I think you'd make a great YouTube personality.
Spare them all, please.
I want to ask, how long have you guys been into electronic and synth pop music?
Since September.
For her.
No, I did not like electronic music. I didn't. I'll just be honest. I tolerated the Crystal Castles. Some of their songs were really good.
Blasphemy.
In fact,
They're
no,
amazing.
but listen, sometimes you hear something and you don't know what it is yet. You hear it and you don't understand it, but then you listen to it again or you read it again, you experience it again, and then you truly connect. Your neurons connect with their synapses.
But I've been into
the
electronic
myelinations
music.
happens.
since I was young. I've got, like so many other people, I was exposed to Chemical Brothers, The Prodigy.
That's even just a cool name.
It is a good name, yeah. Crystal Method,
Chemical Brothers.
Fatboy Slim, Moby, all those artists. So I've liked the electronic scene for a while. And Depeche Mode and New Order, big influences. But I drummed in a band before this, and all live instruments, bass, guitar, and I played the drums. And it's pretty neat that we get to, I get to do it again, and this is her first experience as a musician.
Yeah, I couldn't even sing karaoke in a bar. No.
She could. You talk at least.
I would talk. I was good at talking. Well, I was going to be nonsensical from jumping from one thing to another, and people couldn't. It would be like that white rabbit that you just can't quite pin.
That's how I describe you, yeah.
Yes. Unfortunately.
And how did the name of the project come to be, Cellophane Riot?
Oh my. I love the word riot. I love everything about the word riot. I love anarchy. This is not a time to be saying that on the internet.
Yeah, let's not try to get too political, but you come to me with Quiet Riot.
Yes,
and,
because like a subtle earthquake, you can feel tremors, but you're not quite sure it's there yet.
You weren't aware that it had been taken in the 80s. But we like the idea that the media kind of, we feel like the media packages everything. There's been a lot of political posturing from, both sides of the aisle, and we've seen the repercussions of that in D.C. And the media just perpetuates things, and I felt like they make it a commodity, so we took the name Cellophane Riot because we feel it's pre-packaged anarchy right now.
And admittedly, there is a vulnerability, like a transparency. Like you're ripping the cellophane off of something that's wrapped and preserved underneath, and you're letting the mold in, almost. I know that sounds odd.
Well, we wanted to be punk, but the music ended up being kind of poppy. But the name's pretty.
That
we
is
like the
also
name.
true.
You didn't like it to begin with.
No, I did not like it. But now I love it.
So.
And it's got a dark style and edge to it too.
Yeah, I love that. I love that, because normally, honestly, I'm a very happy person. And so this is coming from a place where I was like, don't know who this is, but okay. She's angry. She's mad.
Well, I already knew that person.
Well, I had never expressed that, I think.
But yeah, that's you've grown to love the name, and
it's fun. It's a lot of fun to be somebody that you're not.
Her lyrics too, because going back to names and words, that's one of the reasons why I think the songs are so unique, and we can get away with having a bit of a political stance, but being unbiased and just try to be witty with our lyrics.
Yeah, the unbiasedness, because honestly,
we're not leaning one way or another, but we have opinions. I think a lot of Americans do at this point.
Yeah. I think that if you're too far right and you're too far left, that, you most likely have a really good heart, and you most likely mean well, and you most likely love your country, and that's most likely why you're confused. And we just need to center again. If we could find that center.
That's not too political, though. We
And also not while making this gesture. Sorry about that.
Tell us about the upcoming album you have coming out.
Yes.
It's fun. Oh,
it's going very well. So we're really excited about that.
it's sublime.
That's why we're happy that you invited us on today, because we do want people to know June 13th is the tentative date for a...
I love that date.
It's a good date. So it's 4 new tracks.
It is, though.
And
6/13.
That's... We planned that together. Don't act surprised.
I just love it.
So
I love numerology.
But we're excited. 4 new songs, some of the best
I don't know
melodies
what it means, actually.
We've put out, and I think people are going to love it. But June 13th is the tentative date. So
but it is a fun date.
it is a fun date.
Yeah.
Hopefully everybody will make it a date.
Are these for the new songs similar style to what you've released so far? Are they a little different, or?
They are like a crescendo, where it starts off or like an angle that starts off at a tiny point, and then it.
That tells him that's everything he needs to know about the songs. But yes,
I can only communicate with you because you are very visual.
So I
have to make hand gestures.
There's going to be 8 tracks, 4 that we've already recorded that are going to be remastered and reimagined, and then 4 brand new ones. Well, because we want to do more with them because it was a lot of fun. I just hope it's not a George Lucas kind of doing more with them thing, which I know that we all are. I support. I support the idea, but it just doesn't pan out. Sometimes a gem can only be polished for so much, and then you have to move forward. Let's give them faith in the album, honey. Let's not critique our own work.
No, it's not about the new stuff. I'm talking about the old stuff. Because there's a lot of heart in that old stuff. I mean, there's a lot of mistakes that were made and a lot of things that we learned.
You shouldn't talk about me in public like that. So, but the people are going to love it, all joking aside. The 4 new ones, some of the best melodies I think that we've worked on together. And
absolutely.
Yes, and it's going to be, it's a bit of a concept. It's a story. It's going to be all kind of tied together. She has a thesaurus underneath of her. She's just looking up synonyms right now.
Because down there's a little hamster that holds up a card. Jubilant. Joyous.
She's not this articulate usually.
No, I write a lot better than I speak. I know this because I went to college, and there was a lot of accusations that there is no way, I've met you. You didn't write this. That wasn't you, but I did.
It wasn't plagiarism at all.
No. Thank you.
Now tell us about the mask you have on there.
Yes. So I'm still uncomfortable showing my face. I'm not very attractive.
You're not as willing to just shove yourself in people's faces.
And I have to hang out with her, so I cannot be seen.
Some of us are onions, and some of us are blossoms.
So but initially when we formed Cellophane Riot, there was no band image. There was no people. It was a symbol. And I wanted the music to...
That's how anarchy be... Nah!
Yeah, don't say that word. You're gonna get people after us. But we wanted the music to do its own thing without anybody being associated with it. And as the project moved along, we decided to reveal more. Some people did, and I don't want to be seen with her.
Only when my mouth opens. Not willingly.
But I feel more comfortable kind of creating the character and the idea of Cellophane Riot, and this is part of the show.
It's been a wonderful exercise.
In patience.
In patience. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I think what you've released so far is awesome and everything. So as long as you can get the word out more, I think you guys will be real successful.
Well, that's exactly right. And having exposure on your channel, I mean, we were really excited. I'm not going to lie, this was a bit of a goal of mine.
Exposure.
But,
I love how aggressive that word is, though, subtly. Exposure.
Yes.
You may have exposure.
But we
no, actually,
but
it's fun because we get to talk to intelligent people other than just
me.
Us. Sorry, I'm excited.
But it has been neat. It's exposed us to the whole underground scene, both of us. I mean, I've always been involved a little bit.
The best thing is not that it's not that we are making like a little niche, which is extremely flattering, which is awesome, actually. But it's the fact that we get to find things that we didn't know were there before. Perhaps maybe I, specifically, I don't know if I can include you in this statement, I didn't know was there before. And it's like this, it's beautiful, and it's so... Okay, I'm not going to start getting into metaphors.
Cathartic?
It's cathartic, thank you.
And that's what art should be. Yeah, because I think everybody experienced...
It's imperfection, which makes it just... I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what the extra spice is. I don't know.
The pandemic was our spice. I mean, it forced
that
us
was
to do
spicy.
this for a lot of people. But yeah, I mean,
yeah, it was.
she's this is her first time in a band. I've done it before, and you know, it's been a lot of fun. It's been quite an experience, and the exposure part is a matter of patience. We're doing this for ourselves. We're having fun with it.
Yeah.
And
I think that's where you meet genuine people, is when they're just doing it and they'll be like, okay, yeah, well, I don't think this is going anywhere, but it's a heck of a lot of fun. It's like when you go into the river, it doesn't have to be a rapid raging river for you to enjoy it. It can be, you know, it can be the hill in your mother's backyard where you lay down the tarp and you have a hose and you're sliding down. That's the best childhood memory ever.
I can almost smell the water, honey.
I hope so.
It's definitely important to be having fun with what you're doing.
God.
Yes.
It definitely seemed like you
Be
did.
outside. Sorry.
You need to get outside more.
I've missed the outdoors slightly. Don't know. Don't know if anybody's there with me. But
Hey, you guys have never played live yet, then, right?
no. Mm-mm.
We need. We're going
We
to.
recoil. We're like, oh, how dare you?
With electronic music,
How
I
dare
don't want it to be just push play and go. So we're going to be very organic
We're
with how we
working
do
on
things.
making it authentic to a live audience where it's not just us, you know, miming to a background, because as genuine as you want to be, if you're miming to a pre-recorded background, it is not going to be you, and it's not going to have the same impact. But most importantly, you're not going to learn from it.
Let's see, I'm a pre-recorded background. I'm not even really here. So
That's why you wear the mask.
so I wear the mask. I'm not real. So, but it's going to be very
I
organic.
wash my hands of this.
We will be playing live, you know, at some point, and it'll be
Oh yeah, that's gonna be terrifying.
after the album.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so we have a lot of plans working with other people.
But that'll be fun. That'll be the growth process.
There's a few acts we're looking forward to working with too, and you know, if they want to do live music, one of them lives close by.
Oh yes.
Yeah, we more.
He's one of my favorite people ever
Yeah.
that I've ever met.
More Cat Fox. Look him
He's
up on
awesome.
SoundCloud. You know, the Talking Tears. We did a song with them earlier.
Which was amazing.
Yeah, it turned out really, really well. Really good band too, the Talking Tears.
I love when you don't think something is going to work, because when I listened to the song initially, I didn't think it worked. And this man was like, you don't understand my vision. And I love that you did that, because you do have to stand up for your vision sometimes. And it's not always comfortable. Sometimes somebody's going to come to you and they're going to be like, you know what, this doesn't work for you anymore. Just stop it. And you have to say, yes, it does work for me. I'm not doing this for you. If you're not impressed, that's your problem.
Well, with
Go
that
away.
song, Lotus Eater, he sent us an awesome riff, and I wouldn't let her hear his vocal take, and he didn't get to hear hers
Yeah, and then
until
I wrote
after I
for
put
the
it
end
together.
of the song, and he wrote for the beginning of the song. So both of us, I imagine, were shocked when you flipped them, and I was like, okay. And I was like, well, the lyrics, they don't match up. I was like, I don't feel like the lyrics match up. But then I was like, oh my gosh, I love it, because
Stay in frame.
we
People are watching you.
incorporated. No, I'm just kidding. I hope. But I am also humble.
No, you're not.
What was I saying? I can't remember.
Well, you would with the lyrics for Lotus Eater and
Discoordinate. That was the whole thing, because I'm telling you that when I listen to your music and I listen to, I let it speak for me, and I think that he did too in his own way. And then these two things, which you don't think are going to go together when they are married or amalgamated, or they're even within the same space, they make this beautiful sound, and it's an interesting comparison.
it was fun working with other people. That's a very flowery way of saying it, but yes, the song ended up working out pretty well. And so yeah, we look forward to playing out live, hopefully in the very near future, now that live music's coming back. And
Life is
yeah,
returning.
maybe, hopefully
I don't know.
continues.
I'll be honest. It feels like a false ad. Like,
Don't be so
okay, I'm not
pessimistic.
going to be pessimistic. That's why I don't watch news channels,
That
because
is-
I get very pessimistic.
all the bands and artists are booking shows and festivals now in the summer, so you must know something, you know.
Thankfully.
I know. I hope.
So yeah, you know, if we're gonna try to put a set together that we after the album's put out, you know, on June 13th. Hopefully in the summer we can get some shows. We'll see what kind of transpires.
That would be a heckin' good time.
And are you going to stay local or travel around, tour?
We're going to stay because we're in the Morgantown area. It is a
I think
college
it's one
town.
step at a time. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't take you too
the
far.
baby steps. Like,
Can't take her out.
yeah, I couldn't karaoke in the car. It was bad. I'm not lying. to becoming part of a choir, to karaokeing in a bar eventually, to completely putting that aside so that I could do adult things for adult reasons.
You've never done that.
Working very, very hard. And then I forgot my train of thought. But basically going back to that childhood charm, that childhood wonder.
You've always had that, I promise you.
It's
as long as I've known you.
It is what you should do. Like something that you loved in your childhood that you just have forgotten about, and you can just make up the silliest characters or the best characters.
I love that you said that because that's what this project
is. It's what Elmo is. He's the best character ever.
Who is?
Elmo. He's so cute.
Cellophane Riot. Right?
I don't care.
Is
Pikachu, although I will give him props because he is also
Cellophane Riot
cute.
is
and I like the fact that he can shock people.
an experience that we've got to have, and that, you know, I was in a band before. Getting an opportunity to make music again that we enjoy has been really awesome. So
yes.
Yeah, you know, it's if we can get that music out live and do it in an organic way, we're gonna do that
be the goal.
this summer. But nonetheless, the album, I'm very proud of where it's going. So yeah, I think people are gonna enjoy it.
I'm looking forward to it.
There's gobs of inspiration everywhere right now. I mean, just gobs. Like,
turn on the news, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, whenever you're like, oh, well, I don't feel inspired today, you can watch something and be like,
that's true.
That makes me mad. Or, more importantly, I can see what led us to doing that.
Well, I'll tell you right now, that's why I don't let you watch anything, and I keep you locked away.
I just sit and over-philosoph, be like, if we had just done this, we could have avoided that trap. but we didn't, so let's just pick up the pieces and move on. Like, American society needs to calm down, okay? Honestly, it is not nearly that bad. I just read an article about Brazil. I don't know if they were trying to sway my brain into thinking one way or another, but I'll tell you it did do something good, because I read the article about a Brazilian family who's literally starving to death with no recourse, no food, no government involvement whatsoever. Nobody even arguing for each other. They just...
Yeah, it's been really unfortunate.
Like, no matter how bad it is here, you have to think that's what you keep fighting for, so that the people who live in those circumstances can have these circumstances with the ability to say no. That's the best thing you bring to each generation.
So that's what your lyrics are about.
Yes. In summation.
That's what they're about. All right. Yeah, I wondered this whole time, and I've never been able to get through that whole spew.
It is.
See, learn something yourself.
Give each other. Just move on. Stop kicking a dead carcass. It's dead. Just leave it. Go. Evolve, please. Sorry.
So now, if people want to find you online, look you up on social media, get your music, how do they do that?
Okay, so
yeah,
the URL for the website.
I love it because it was your original dream.
It was, but we won't do that. Google Cellophane Riot. The great thing is, all that's going to come up.
We're the only ones who come up.
Is us. So our homepage. We're on all your social media. You know, we come, watch, listen. We'll be doing a lot more over the next couple months. But yeah, Google Cellophane Riot. You'll see us.
And where would you like to see the project in a few years from now?
Hopefully, we're still doing this.
I will always do this, even if it just quiets down into little writings in my journal.
Because it's for us anyways.
I mean, like I said, it's an ebb and a flow. There is, like, you have to learn from the waves. They crest and they fall, but then they come back. Like, you don't have to just hang on to the glory. You know, you can indulge in other parts of your life. So while this is amazing, and I'm not ready to give it up yet, you know, it's okay if you think about how many artists take a few years off and then they come back and you're like, oh, all you needed was a break. Gosh, guys, just take a break.
So yeah, because it's been flowing heavy right now.
Just take a break.
Yeah, so it's long as I'm enjoying it and she.
You deserve a rest.
Tolerates me and I tolerate her.
The Sabbath day is a thing for a reason. I'm not making that up. You need rest. Everybody needs rest. And with those words, you can bring the greatest kindness in a person's life.
Sleep.
You deserve rest.
Rest.
You have really worked. You're a survivor. You've done it. Take a break. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
and that is what my lyrics mean.
I never knew. But yeah, we will continue as long as the songs I think are fun and interesting and she likes to write to them.
I love writing to them. They're so much fun.
I hope we can continue. I think people have enjoyed it thus far.
Yeah, definitely. Well, I look forward to the album that we got coming up in the future, and everybody look them up.
I love that, by the way.
Thank you. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Cellophane Riot, Google.
And for everyone watching, I've linked their music in the video description.